Many of you may not know this about me, but I am a huge fan of whiskey. And in today's video, I want to give a little nod or pay homage to one of my favorite scotches right now, the Johnnie Walker series. And to that end, I'm going to be combining some rather unique artwork with hopefully some very interesting frame design, which is going to capture that signature rugged whiskey aesthetic that we all know and love. So the design itself, I don't really show the design process here, but the design was created through a combination of mid-journey and sort of just tweaking it a little bit myself. And it was done specifically with the intent of wanting to do a lino cut print for this piece of work. I personally haven't done lino cut for, I don't know, probably 15 years or more, but I just felt like the lino cut print, I thought it would be an interesting challenge and a bit of fun as well. Just an old school technique here, drawing onto a piece of kitchen tracing paper. You just draw on one side with a pencil, flip it over, and then scratch it onto the surface you're trying to stamp it onto and imprint it onto. When it comes to tools for the lino cut process, I just went to my local craft store. I bought the lino pad that you see here, and then I just bought a starter set, 2 handles with multiple different blades. Essentially, I started with a nice fine blade to get the details, and then I just went through with the bigger kind of spade type cutter to remove the outside material. Alright, we're coming to printing now. This part actually was more of a pain in the ass than I expected. In terms of rollers, I just bought the standard roller, I don't know, the size that I thought would fit the best for what I was doing. I realized that when I used to do printing, it was at school and we had this nice big rolling tight press that you would put everything through and you'd roll it through and it would push everything onto the paper for you and it would get you a nice even coat. But as you'll see with this first print here, I really didn't get a good even coat. I just tried this a few more times and eventually worked out a technique that kind of works by putting the paper on top and then rolling it in multiple different directions with a rolling pin to make sure that it is actually covering everything. It's just a bit of a process in fine-tuning how much ink you need, and I don't know what the specific, if there's a specific technique to this. I'm sure there is. I was just doing trial and error until I found something that worked. So some people might not be too happy with how I treated this whiskey barrel. I bought it with the intent of utilizing the wood, the material. Figured that if I'm doing whiskey-inspired wall art, then I should be using a whiskey barrel for the frame. That just seemed perfectly logical to me. Now, optimistically, I started this project with a single stave, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to see how precise I can work. So I spent an inordinate amount of time with my tiny little Japanese hand plane that I just bought off Amazon for 20 bucks, trying to get this piece of oak to be perfectly level and perfectly smooth. And any of you guys here who know about wood are gonna know what happened next. I removed the material on one side, but not on the other. The other side was very uneven, still had the curved portion that you get from the staves. The second part of this was that the wood had not acclimatized to my condo. As that material on the other side began to shrink, we saw a significant amount of bowing. I came back to it, and yeah, the wood was completely fucked. Now, it turned out that the oak bowing was actually a blessing in disguise, because I wasn't chasing perfection anymore. I wasn't trying to make something that was super precise and beautifully clean and all of this stuff, which meant that I could just play around a little bit. So I took the staves, some of the thinner staves, planed them down on the sides to get nice parallel sides, because I would still need that for a frame, which happened to be far quicker, partly because it's just an easier job, but also because now I'd had a lot of practice with the other piece of oak that I'd been working on. And it also made me realize that the piece of oak I was working on before wasn't big enough to do the whole frame, so I would have had to have done that all over again anyway to be able to do multiple other sides for the frame. The other benefit of this was it enabled me to keep the rustic aesthetic, the rustic finish that you see on the outside of a whiskey barrel, so that when you see the frame, you actually can tell that it's a whiskey barrel. My original plan to plane it down was really rather dumb now I think about it, because all you're doing is you're trying to go back to a nice clean piece of oak, where you could just buy that and it would look the same. So feeling a lot better about this pathway. I'm gonna shut up now, but you'll see that I jointed the wood using kind of like a half lap type joint. Just watch the rest of this through. Enjoy the process, see how I made this. It's really pretty simple, it's very achievable. Really some super basic tools again, just like the last video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you at the end. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I put a crap ton of time and effort into this one, hence the huge delay between the last video and this one. If you have any questions at all about the process, please do let me know in the comments below or hit me up on Instagram. I'm happy to speak to you guys. And with all that out of the way, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.